and welcome to Red Oak. Aaron West along with Derek O'Neill. Derek, good evening to you.
How's it going?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing
Ready
good.
for some volleyball?
I'm excited for volleyball, you bet.
Derek, are you going to get to sit in with a few volleyball matches, sets with us this year?
I'm hoping, I kind of want to be here for all of them, if I'm honest.
Derek O'Neill. People might remember Lennon O'Neill.
Yeah.
Lennon settled in at the University of Iowa.
Absolutely.
And ready to go.
Yeah.
But we have another O'Neill on the court.
We do.
Jocelyn O'Neill. We'll be seeing her tonight.
I hope so.
Also, we have with us Eli Bells. Eli, good evening to you.
How's it going?
Eli, are we streaming?
We're up, we're running, and ready to rock. It's another season. I was just telling Melanie earlier today, it's year number 4 for me. I can't believe that yet.
Time goes fast,
wow.
doesn't it?
I want to be done with college, but at the same time I don't. But that means I'm leaving here, right?
What does that mean, Eli?
Yeah,
you having some fun?
You can take that as you wish. So we can find that out some other time.
So now this is not the first game for either of these teams, but it's a home opener for the Tigers. My first opportunity, I should say, to get to watch the Red Oak Tigers this year. New cast, new players on the court. Big graduating class last year. Derek, you had the opportunity to watch them this past weekend in Bondurant. Tell me a little bit about that tournament.
Yeah, that was a good tournament. Tigers go there every year for that tournament. Like you said, they graduated 9 seniors last year, right? So 7 of them saw significant playing time. So young group on the floor. You saw Lainey DeVries at middle. She played a lot last year. Merced Ramirez, also a setter and right side, had court time last year. So a couple of those guys leading the charge with some young kids out there. Started the day playing last year's 1A state champ with Burlington Notre Dame. They're currently ranked number 8 in the state. We lost that 2-1, but took a set from them, and we sent that third set to 2018. That would have been playing to 15. So that was a great way to start the morning off. Also lost to 5A school Des Moines Roosevelt 2-1 in the second game, and then another loss 2-1, but still taking some sets off these bigger schools. Gilbert was that third game, 4A school. We'll see them again at a tournament later this year at Winterset. The afternoon saw us beat Boone 2-0 in tight sets, and then also Fort Madison 2-0 in fairly easy fashion. We finished the day then kind of bookending with number 1. So ranked number 1 Holy Trinity Catholic finished the day playing them, losing 0-2, dropping 2 sets in a row there with them. So
saw some good competition though.
It's great competition, great warm up. As a young team, they need to be out there, getting that court time, playing together, learning kind of each other's moves and who's going to cover what area of the floor. And I'm really excited with what I see. And Coach uses that reload, not rebuild kind of concept, and I kind of have a feeling that's where we're at with this. So
we're going to take a quick break, check in with some of our sponsors, and let you know that we are streaming. You can go to our YouTube channel, KCSI KOAK Radio. You can watch it on YouTube, listen to it here, whatever works best for you. We appreciate it. We're going to take a break, say thanks to our sponsors, and make note of our sponsors, and let them know that you appreciate it, making it possible for us to be here.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here where your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
But
The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring seasonal employees. Positions available, seasonal general labor. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. You can work your way into a valuable position such as a water person, supervisor, cart driver, machine operator, and more. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, work well in a team setting, ability to work in a fast-paced environment. Flexible, open schedule. That's the Red Oak Greenhouse. Apply at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is looking for seasonal employees.
Gymnasium, the Red Oak Tigers and the Atlantic Trojans. Aaron West, Derek O'Neill, and Eli Bell's with us as well. Eli's running our production software. And go ahead, Eli. You have some state rankings there. You'll kind of scroll through over on the stream side. If people want to look at some of those stats, you'll bring up some of the current rankings. But Derek coming into had the opportunity to visit with Coach Montgomery. She said it's a young team, but she has seen and expecting a lot of growth out of this group. She said she's pretty impressed with where they're at.
Yeah, I'd say I have the same feeling after watching them a little bit here. So it's good to hear her say that, and hopefully see some good things here tonight.
And so be aware of that. And I did have the opportunity to visit with Coach Montgomery. We're going to go ahead and check in with Coach Montgomery now and get that. We're about 10 minutes away. If people are in the Red Oak area, they could sure come down and watch a good volleyball game here this evening. So would highly encourage you to do that. It is online ticketing too, by the way. If you're headed down, you can purchase the ticket on your way to the gym. We're going to check in with Coach Montgomery, and we'll be back after this. Coach Montgomery. Volleyball time in Red Oak at the Orange Gym, the Red Oak Tigers and the Atlantic Trojans. Eli, people need to hop over and vote for us.
Yes, get voting. We need another year of being for the Vote for Us, the best of Southwest Iowa, best local radio station. You can text that number right on there. I think you can do it once a day, Melanie was telling me.
Yep.
I think I've been trying to do it up to 10 times a day, and it won't let me send that through. But
so,
like you said, we want to get back-to-back on that. That'd be awesome.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, check in with our sponsors, make note of our sponsors, and let them know you appreciate it making it possible for us to be here. And we'll be right back after this.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Shots at Control 4, man.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
You're going to want to make sure.
Isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company. Construction and Trenching has served Southwest Iowa, Northwest Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Are ranked, I think, 12th in the state, right, Eli, coming into the contest here?
Yeah, that's correct. You have topping it off. It seems like they're at the top of each state ranking I've ever been running this. It's number 1, Mount Vernon from last year. They do off of last year's records at 34 and 13, and you bring it all the way down to number 12. They rank the top 15 with Atlantic with a record of 17 and 20. And, and the reason why I think a big thing being on this list is what Derek was saying is bringing everybody back from last year.
Yeah.
All the athletes they're bringing back from last year. Very young class starting off here, obviously when they were freshmen, but they're reloading that program now with this senior class here. And you know what? And like we were saying earlier with Red Oak, that reload mentality, that's why I think it's going to be a great game here tonight.
And I tell you what, Atlantic has some tall girls up front. Looking at the lineup, 5'11", 6 foot, 6 foot, 6 foot, 5'11", 5'10". There's some big girls up front, Derek.
It's going to be tough for our hitters.
Key matchups, Derek, that you see looking at some of the stuff that's happened so far this season. What are you looking at there?
Yeah, these are just early stats here. Assists with, Atlantic's got all seniors in their stats there. So assists with Lexi Nolek, a senior, versus Alexis Wallace. Here in Red Oak, kills Jada Jensen, a senior, versus Lainey DeVries, a senior for us. Blocks, Chloe Molinex and Marissa Williams on the Red Oak side with 8 blocks so far. Digs, Nicole Bond, we'll see hear a lot of her name here on Red Oak side, and Chloe Molinex on the Atlantic side. Diggs, Abby Smith for Atlantic, Nicole Bond again. I just said that. Serving, we got Lexi Nolek and Marley Gray on the Red Oak side. So, again, early games for both these guys. Big Ten Big Ten. I'm going to have to get
Big Ten.
Hawkeye.
Or Hawkeye 10.
There we go.
It's kind of the same thing.
Right?
It's kind of the same thing. But I expect a good game. And, interestingly enough, looking at stats coming into this game, Atlantic hasn't defeated Red Oak since 2010. Was the last
September of 2010.
Yeah, so quite a stretch going there. So, but I tell you what, this Atlantic team, they have been improving and getting better over the last several years. I expect the Trojans to come in tonight ready to play ball.
Absolutely, they got some experience. It'll be a great game.
Yep. Looking at their starting lineup, Kyra Olson, she's a 5'10" senior. Jada Jensen, a 5'11" senior. Aubrey Geyer, a 6-foot senior. Lexi Nolick, a senior at 6 foot. Chloe Mullenix, senior, 6 foot. Abby Smith, a senior, 5'11", and Ava Rush, she's a libero, senior, 5'5". And I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back. We'll have the national anthem in just a few minutes, and we'll be back after these messages with the opening serve here in Red Oak. I'll let that.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here where your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Back to Red Oak. Good crowd for the Red Oak Tigers. Some names we're going to be talking about tonight. Nicole Bond, she's a sophomore. Merced Ramirez, a junior. Lainey DeVries, a senior. Marissa Williams, a sophomore. Alexis Wallace, a sophomore. Marley Gray, a sophomore. And Olivia Boswell. You're going to be hearing those names quite a bit over on the Red Oak side of the net this evening. It's just about time for volleyball. And we have our officials ready to go, checking the lineups. Are you dialed into the rotation yet, Derek?
I think so. I mean, I'm just excited, see what the Tigers got here. Watched a lot of volleyball over the years, so.
Back to serve for the Trojans will be Lexi Nolick. She's backing up, and it is just about volleyball time. Set number 1, the best of 5. 3 sets, got to win 3. First 5 are to 25, got to win by 2. Serving to the back row C, passed up front. Set goes to DeVries, blocked at the net. Bond taps it. Wallace, free ball across the net by Boswell. Hit hard by Jensen, Jada Jensen at the net. Hit down by Ramirez, kept alive nicely there by Geyer. Free ball over the net, set from Wallace to Ramirez. She taps it across. right to the open spot on the court, and the Tigers are on the board first. 1-0 Red Oak.
And that's a great way to start it off, especially, the first set, getting a Hawkeye 10 opener, scrappy volleyball to get it going. Great job coming from the Tigers. Just a nice tap coming over.
Boswell back to serve for Red Oak, behind the line over on the right side of the court. We have a little discussion going on.
Yeah.
What's the deal here, Eli or Derek?
I'm not sure, but
the rotational thing, or
I think there's too many.
oh, he's he's
might
pointing to
just-
the bench down there, wanting those girls to stand back a little bit.
so they moved him down to the end of the bench.
I don't know
Okay.
if I've ever seen
I don't
anything
think
like
I've-
that. Wouldn't you rather have him sitting than standing?
Serve from Boswell, received by Rush. Kind of a two-ball touch across the net by Jensen. Bond to Ramirez, tapped at the net, goes out of play. Last touch by the Trojans, and the Tigers score. 2-0, Red Oak leads set number 1.
You can just see how versatile the player Ramirez is. You're going to be seeing her set probably a lot and still up on the front row.
Jensen receives in the back row. Up front, set goes to Jensen. There's Bond. Wallace set to Marley Gray.
Yep.
It's blocked at the net. And the point will be awarded to Atlantic, tied up at 2-1 rather.
And a great way for Atlanta to respond, too. Got to get some momentum shifting onto their side.
Abby Smith back to serve from the middle portion of the court, over the net into the back row.
Siebenecker.
Receives Siebenecker. Tapped across by Ramirez again. Finds that little soft spot right in the middle of the court and just taps it to it. Nice job by Merced. 3-1. Red Oak leads set number 1. Into the game, O'Neal. First time this evening. Ramirez back to serve. Serve from Ramirez. Low across the net. Rush pushes it up front. Geyer hit across then by Jensen, but it's out of play. Point goes to Red Oak. 4-1, Red Oak leads. Set number 1 in Red Oak. Great student section for the Tigers here.
Got filled up tonight.
On their feet. Ramirez low serve across the net, received by Geyer, kept alive, and then we're going to have a free ball across the net by Jensen. Set to Wallace.
Marley Gray.
Marley Gray. Hit by Geyer, and the point goes to the Trojans.
A great job from the Trojans, too. Coming over on the other side of the net, kind of Red Oak falling off to the left side of the court, gets a deflection, gets down, and gets the point.
Serve comes from Mullenix. Middle portion of the court, right into the middle court. A serve by Chloe Mullenix. And it's 4-3. Red Oak leads. Mullenix again back to serve. 4-3, set number 1. Serve by Mullenix. There's Bond to receive it up front. Ramirez dump set by Ramirez right into that open portion of the court again.
And you saw that a lot from Ramirez, too, last year as well. The quick dumps coming over, the light taps coming across, working for her early.
Explain a dump set to me, Derek.
Yeah, where Merced is the setter. She just takes the ball on the second hit, pushes it over the net, catches them off guard.
Into the back row it goes. Ramirez set to Williams. She taps it across. This time the set down ball, Jensen hits it across. There's Gray. Taps it across the net, but doesn't quite make it across, and the point goes to Atlantic, and it's 5-4. Red Oak maintains the lead, but it's a close one. Jada Jensen back to serve, far side of the court, right side of the court for the Trojans. Into the back row, Bond passes it up front. Ramirez to Williams, hits it across, off of the hands of the Trojans, and the Tigers get the point. 6-4. Red Oak leads. Coming into the game now for Red Oak,
Olivia Boswell.
And taking a seat,
Emily Siebernecker.
Good job, Derek.
Yeah.
We're going to need that.
Gray back to serve. Into the back row goes to Geyer. Jensen to Geyer right at the net, but I think we're going to have a net violation. One of the Tigers stepped under the net, I think. Again, you can't do that. There's a plane that projects across there, and Tigers stepped across it. Geyer back to serve. Aubrey Geyer. She's a 6-foot senior. Middle portion of the court. O'Neal. Ramirez to O'Neal. Hits it off the hands of the Trojans, and the Tigers score. Jocelyn O'Neal.
And a great job coming in from O'Neal, too. Just like we're saying, a freshman stepping in on a big stage like this, especially with a highly ranked team like Atlantic. Great job to start things off.
Back to serve for the Tigers.
Alexis Wallace.
Good job, Derek.
She will be our setter now in this rotation.
Into the back row. Rush pushes it up front. Little dump set by Jensen then. There's Gray. Williams, two-hand push across the net. Jensen is there. Geyer, Rush, down ball, free ball across the net. Bond is there. Set goes to Ramirez, and again, Merced does a nice job of finding the open spot. The set came from Wallace, Alexis Wallace.
And Ramirez is mixing it up too as well. She's had a couple hard hits coming across, and the taps are just working for her right now. 8-5 Red Oak.
Set number 1, Wallace back to serve. Jump serve from Wallace into the back row. Geyer is there. Jensen right at the net, tapped by Ramirez. Rush receives it. Then Olsen, free ball across the net. Bond, Wallace to Williams, and she gets the kill. Marissa Williams for Red Oak.
And you saw a little bit of Williams last year, kind of coming into the games maybe a little late, and now showing her spot here on the court.
9-5, Red Oak leads. Set number 1, back to serve once again is Wallace. I'd comment again, Red Oak, a really young team, Derek.
Yeah, but they're playing good here.
Well.
Yep.
And it's going to be go out of play. Tigers, nice hit there. I think that was Nolik.
That's who I had, yep.
Yep, just a little too much. Tigers couldn't handle it. Point goes to Atlantic, 9-6 now. Red Oak with the lead. Back to serve is Ava Rush. Sees the senior, the libero. Ramirez digs it, passes it up front. Wallace to Boswell, hit across. Geyer rather does a nice job of getting under it, but we have a 2-touch call, 2 hits. Point goes to Red Oak, 10-6.
Back in the game, Lainey DeVries for the Tigers.
Back to serve Bond. Hit up front, set and hit hard. Nolik kept alive by the Tigers. Free ball across the net by Bond into the back row. Rush up front. Jensen to Mullenix, and Mullenix gets the kill. Chloe Mullenix.
And now you see the Tide starting to shift here with Atlantic, kind of cleaning up their play here a little now. I think it's a big kill right there. Gets it 10-7.
10-7. Red Oak leads. Lexi Nolik, a senior. Jump serve right side of the court into the back row. Gray. Set from Wallace. Hit by Boswell. Kept alive by Geyer. Free ball across the net by Smith, Abby Smith. I have a 2-touch call, I think. Nope, lifting. Too much contact with the ball, and the point goes to Atlantic. 10-8, set number 1. Back to serve is Geyer. Bond. Ramirez with the hit, but just misses out on the backside, and it's the point to Atlantic, 10-9.
This is where you're going to start to see that senior experience versus a young squad as the rallies continue the other direction here.
Lexi Nolik again, jump serve right side of the court in the back row. Bond is there. Kept alive by Gray. Free ball across the net. Boswell out front. Geyer set to Smith. She hits it hard. Tigers handle it well. Ramirez taps it across the net. Rush is there to try to chase it down, and the Trojans can't control it, and it goes out of play.
And like you said earlier, just a little bit ago, Derek, too, with the experience coming from Atlantic, that's what you like to see in one of these games here, too, as well. How is Red Oak going to respond when Atlantic gets on these runs?
Boswell back to serve, low across the net, into the back row to Smith. Set goes to Smith. She hits it across, and nice hit by Smith, and it's a point for the Trojans, and it's 11-10. Into the game comes Siebenecker for Red Oak. Back to serve is Abby Smith, 5'11", senior. Into the back row. There's Bond. Set goes to Ramirez. Hits it hard. Dug out Smith. Up front it goes to Jensen. She taps it across the net with 2 hands. Wallace to Gray. She hits it across. Trojans receive it. Mullenix with the kill, but it misses out down the side, and the point goes to the Tigers. 12-10. Red Oak leads set number 1. Tigers have led the entire set so far, I think, Derek, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so.
12-1. There's a lot to play. Plays 25. We got to win by 2. Ramirez into the back row. Ace serve by Merced. 13-10. Red Oak with the lead.
And now again, it's just a game, a match like we expected here, just back and forth coming from Atlantic and Red Oak.
Ramirez with the serve again, right side, low across the net, right at Smith. Another ace serve. 2 in a row by Ramirez, and it's 14-10. Nice job by Merced.
I like what I'm seeing from the Tigers so far here.
Playing very calm, collected against a fantastic Atlantic team. Nice hit by Geyer for the point for Atlantic.
And that's exactly what Atlantic needs to do here, especially if there are 2 aces coming back-to-back in a row. Atlantic responds with one of their own, or responds here with a point of their own.
Chloe Mullenix back to serve, middle portion of the service line, into the back row to Bond, passes it up front. Ramirez hit by O'Neal. Look at that. Jocelyn O'Neal with the kill. 15-5. You want to yell a little bit, Dad?
I'm yelling inside.
I've been there.
I've
been there, Derek. I've been there.
You know where the mic's at.
DeVries with almost a serve, and we'll give it an ace serve. There you go. Nice job.
And the response here from Red Oak, too, just continuing here on this lead. Atlantic needs to be able to get himself, maybe a timeout might be coming here shortly to calm themselves down and work their way back in.
DeVries into the back row. That's Laney DeVries. Pushed across 2 hands by Geyer. Up front, Ramirez, that dump set again. Nice job by Merced.
I think that's 4 times tonight on that dump set here coming from Ramirez. It's working, and she's able to mix things up, and here's that timeout coming from Atlantic.
17-11, Red Oak leads set number 1. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623-5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm.
The Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring seasonal employees. Positions available, seasonal general labor. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. You can work your way into a valuable position such as a water person, supervisor, cart driver, machine operator, and more. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude.
Back, Laney DeVries behind the service line for Red Oak. Serve just across the net. Kept alive, dug out nicely there by Geyer. Trojans get it back across the net. Ramirez to Gray. 2-touch call.
2 hits.
So what happens, Derek, on a 2-touch call? You go up for the
that
set.
Is such a subjective.
It's hard to see, but you have to touch simultaneously. One or the other off, and it causes a 2-touch.
Yeah, usually I think they're looking at the rotation of the ball when they call that.
Yep. Hit by Gray at the net. Then back across by the Trojans. There's Gray. Free ball across the net. Rush up front. Jensen to Geyer, and a kill for Geyer.
And that's the way you got to respond here for Atlantic. Coming off a timeout, getting on a 2-0 run here to start things off. It's the perfect way for Atlantic to try to get things rolling.
17-13. Red Oak leads set number 1, and back to serve is Jada Jensen for the Trojans. Gray is there to receive. Up front to Ramirez. Set to Williams. Hit right at the net. Into the net. And the point goes to the Trojans. 17-14 now our score. Trojans playing steady too, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Just
clawing right back in.
You can see, as Derek alluded to earlier, the senior leadership on the team. Williams at the net. Blocked by Geyer. Kept alive by O'Neal. Hit hard at the net, all the way almost up to the booth.
No kidding.
Nice job by Alexi Nolik, but flies all the way back almost to the booth.
And a 4-0 run to get things started here. You can now see Atlantic, especially in the body language. They seem more calm, playing a little more loose. They're trying to get things rolling. Red Oak, on the other hand, kind of get back into the groove they were just a minute ago.
Jensen into the back row goes to the Tigers. Hit across, point goes to Red Oak. Nice job. I think, was that Marley Gray?
Yes.
I think it was, yeah. Nice job by Gray. Into the game, Boswell. Taking a seat is Siebenecker. Gray back to serve. 18-15, Red Oak with the lead, set number 1. Marley Gray. Gray, a sophomore as well. A serve by the sophomore. 19-15.
Such a game of momentum volleyball is between rotations, and you get stuck in, and aces, and the senior leadership there on the Atlantic side.
Momentum, I think, in volleyball more than almost any other sport is huge. Hit a cross point, goes to the Trojans.
Like you're saying, with that momentum, the game of runs here, you can see it going right now. It's who's going to get on that longer stretch here. It's usually once you hit that 20-point mark, but like you said, it's only 3 points here.
Geyer with the serve from the middle portion of the service line. Dump set by Ramirez. Rushes there this time. Hit hard at the net. But I think we have a net violation. We do on Nolik, and the point goes to Red Oak. 19-16.
That's big for Red Oak.
20-16.
Big for Red Oak, too, as well. Kind of out of formation there on that. Get the net violation, gets himself to 20.
Alexis Wallace, another sophomore. Tigers a sophomore-heavy team, for sure.
Yeah, big sophomore class there.
Alexis Wallace back to serve. Right side of the court. Jump serve from Wallace into the back row. Passed up front, Smith right at the net, and there's Williams. Nice job by Marissa Williams. 21-16. Tigers knocking on the door here. Playing to 25. Wallace back to serve once again. Jump serve from Wallace. Into the back row to Geyer. Kept alive. Free ball across the net by Rush. There's Bond. Wallace to Williams again. Kill number 2 for Marissa Williams.
And Williams is showing big here in this game to start, especially in this first set. Getting some great sets to her. That free ball coming back across the net. She's showing her stuff here tonight.
22-16, Red Oak with the lead. Gray back to serve. Has 2 in a row. Across the net, Rush. Set from Jensen to Smith. Kept alive by Boswell. Set to Ramirez. Blocked at the net, out of play. And the point goes to the Tigers. 23-16 is our score. Set number 1. Red Oak with the lead. Back to serve is Wallace. Wallace has 3 in a row going now for her. Set low into the net. And the point goes to Atlantic.
And this is the time here for Atlantic. Got to be able to step things up, especially with Red Oak 2 points away here from taking this first set.
Ava Rush back to serve for the Trojans. Left side of the court. Bond passes it up front. And we're going to have a net violation on the Tigers. 23-18. Set number 1. Rush back to serve. Serve from Rush into the back row. Bond up front. Set to Williams. She taps it, and it's going to go. Tigers looking a little bit shaky here.
Got to be able to find a way to respond here, especially late. You're just right at that 25 mark to get this set out and done with. But Atlantic keeps crawling back into this.
Atlantic just seems pretty loose, though.
Yeah,
out
definitely are.
Low across the net. Bond up front. Set to Boswell. Point goes to the Tigers.
And that's that 1 point you need to be able to get to that set point mark. And Atlantic now just going to try to be able to work their way all the way back into this one here. Only down 6 now.
Bond back to serve. 24-19. Bond, middle portion of the service line, misses out. Point goes to Atlantic, 24-20.
A great heads-up play from Atlantic. Those are the close ones, especially when you're down that out-of-bounds line. Very close, great heads-up play there coming from Atlantic.
Let's see Nolik back to serve for Red Oak, or for Atlantic rather. Jump serve into the back row. Boswell up front it goes. Set to DeVries. Nice job by Rush to keep that alive. Set to Ramirez, taps it into the open spot, into the net, and the Tigers win set number 1, 25-20 over Atlantic set number 1. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with set number 2 right after this.
The
Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring seasonal employees. Positions available, seasonal general labor. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. You can work your way into a valuable position such as a water person, supervisor, cart driver, machine operator, and more. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, work well in a team setting, ability to work in a fast-paced environment. Flexible, open schedule. That's the Red Oak Greenhouse. Apply at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is looking for seasonal employees.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Welcome back to Red Oak. Now in junior varsity play prior to this, Atlantic picks up a couple over Red Oak, 26-24, 25-21 in junior varsity play. In varsity play, set number one, it's Red Oak in set number one, 25-20. Comments or thoughts on the first set, Derek?
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing from the Tigers. They've got a lot of good scrappy play. Had a couple aces there. Love to see Alexis Wallace back there doing the jump serve. I hadn't seen that from any of them yet. So, yeah, lots of good play at the net, too. Some great attacks and some blocking. So, all around.
Over on the Atlantic side, seem to be calm, collected. No worry as of yet. Ace serve by Boswell to get started here.
Perfect way to start up a set, getting an ace serve, especially having a win in the first. Gets back on top to start things off.
Just keep that momentum rolling there.
Olivia Boswell back to serve once again into the back row. Rush. Set goes to Nolik. Kept alive by the Tigers. Set to Ramirez. Hits across. Nolik is there and then tapped down by DeVries. Kept alive by Mullenix. Boswell gets under it somehow. Bond. We're going to have a free ball across the net by Ramirez. Set to Nolik. Hits it right down the line. We're going to have too many touches on the Atlantic side, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Great coverage in the back row there by Olivia. Just hustling to make sure she keeps the ball in play.
2-0. Red Oak leads. Boswell back to serve. Low and across the net. Nice job by Olivia Boswell. Another ace serve.
Some great serving and some mistakes here early coming from Atlantic. Getting on this 3-0 run here for Red Oak.
Boswell back to serve once again. At the net. Hit hard. Ramirez. Nice job by Merced.
Volleyball has a number of food acronyms. That one's called a cheeseburger.
Explain that to me. It's a cheeseburger.
Yeah, when
See, I can get behind this sort of thing.
When the other team throws, they dig the ball, pass it, it's too close to the net, you slap it down.
Cheeseburger.
There we go. Making me hungry now.
Hit by Ramirez. Rush keeps it alive. And Smith, free ball across the net. Mullenix into the back row. Bond passes it up front. Set from Alexis Wallace. Wow. Hit across, and the point will go to Atlantic.
I like to see those two scrappy plays when a couple of miscues and you're able to still make it work and get the points.
Actually, the point goes to Red Oak. I misspoke there, and it's 5-0. Red Oak leads set number 2. Into the back row, Rush up front, set to Mullenix. She hits it across, goes out of play, point Trojans.
Like you were saying too earlier, Derek, just a little bit, it's like getting into the rhythm of things and just staying alive to get that point. Staying alive. I've seen so many times of watching volleyball, especially, just staying alive more times than not, you're going to get that point.
Keep yourself into the ball game. In the game.
Exactly it.
Siebenecker up front. Ramirez hits it hard, blocked at the net nicely by the Trojans. Set to Gray, but goes across the net. Jensen taps it down, and the Trojans get the point. 5-2.
That was also a cheeseburger.
You're going to make me send Melanie to the concession stand here in
a
second.
Wait till we talk about pancakes.
We may see a pancake in a minute. It's coming up. Nolik with the serve across the net into the back row. Siebenecker right at the net. There's Smith. Hits it hard. Tigers get under it. Free ball across the net. Gray. Passed up front. Geyer set to Jensen. Hit hard. And the official is there to catch it. Point goes to Atlantic. Atlantic on a bit of a roll now. Nolik doing a nice job from behind the service line. 5-3. Red Oak leads set number 2. Ramirez digs it, passes it up front, set to Gray, hit hard at the net. Siebenecker does a nice job trying to keep it alive, but can't. Goes out of play, and the point goes to Atlantic, and it's 5-4.
That's where you're seeing their height come into play right there. Blockers. We're going to have to figure out how to hit around those blockers just a little bit.
Nolik with the serve once again, doing a nice job from behind the service line. Siebenecker out front. That's Wallace, tapped across by Ramirez. Geyer is there. Molinix tries to hit it across. Tigers there to receive it. Gray with the set. Hit down, kept alive. Jensen to Molinix, hits it across. Siebenecker is under it. Wallace keeps it alive. Free ball across the net by Bond. Just scrappy play there by the Tigers.
Great hustle.
Set to Smith, and the point goes to the Tigers. That's what you were talking about, Eli. Just keep yourself in the set, and you can get the point.
And you know what? And that's volleyball. You're keeping yourself in the set, get the point, find a way. You're just scratching and clawing to be able to get it, and that's how your leads just start to spread.
6-4, Red Oak with the lead. Set number 2. Red Oak won set 1 by a score of 25-20. Into the back row rush. Set to Jensen. There's Geyer. Nolik. Set to Smith, hit across. Siebenecker is there. Gray with the hit. And a nice job by Molinix at the net to get the block, and the point goes to Atlantic.
And like you were saying, Derek, got to be able to find a way to hit around those blockers with the height here coming from Atlantic. They're doing a great job of using it to their advantage.
Back to serve is Abby Smith. She's a senior. Bond is there, passes it up front. Dump set by Ramirez. But again, Ramirez with the dump set. And the Tigers, Laney DeVries back to serve. Into the back row. Rush passes it up front. Nolik hit hard by Jensen. Point goes to the Trojans. 7-6, Red Oak with the lead. Coming into the ballgame is Kara Olson. She's a senior as well for the Trojans. And back to serve will be Chloe Molinix for Atlantic. Could tie it up here. Serve into the back row. Siebenecker kind of shanks off of her hands, kind of hit awkwardly, and we're tied up at 7 apiece.
And here's Atlantic coming on their run here, like you just said, Aaron, tying it up now at 7.
Staying calm. Chloe Molinix back to serve for Atlantic. Bond gets under it. Ramirez keeps it alive. O'Neal puts it across the net. Geyer is there, hit hard by Jensen down the line. It's out of play. Point goes to Red Oak. 8-7, Red Oak leads now. Back to serve Gray. Into the game, Boswell taking a seat, Siebenecker. Marley Gray, another sophomore for Red Oak. Into the back row, misses out. Point goes to Atlantic. We're tied up now 8 apiece in set number 2.
And those are going to be the important points here coming along here down the road in this set, especially limiting those mistakes here on both sides.
Jada Jensen back to serve for Atlantic, senior for the Trojans. Gray passes it up front. Ramirez to Williams. It's hit too far, out of play. Point goes to Atlantic, and Atlantic leads now. I think that's the first time tonight.
I agree.
9-8. I think that's the first time they've led tonight.
Little different from set 1 for sure with the back and forth here.
Into the back row, Gray is there. Set to Boswell, hits it hard, but the Trojans are there to block it. Pushed into the back corner, chased down by Smith. Up to the net it goes. Free ball across by Nolik. Ramirez to Boswell. And Olivia Boswell is going to gain the point for the Tigers, and it's tied up at 9 apiece.
A great job, you could tell, from Ramirez there, just kind of keeping things under control. You can tell the experience she has out there trying to find certain spots on the court. And a great set coming to Boswell, and she's able to put it down.
Back to serve will be Wallace, Alexis Wallace, another sophomore for Red Oak. Into the back row, rushes there. Hit by Olsen across the net, right at the net, Wallace, but I think we're going to have a net violation. Stepped under the net again, that same thing we talked about earlier. And the point goes to Atlantic, and the Atlantic leads 10-9. Set number 2. Back to serve Geyer. Gray is there. Wallace, free ball by Bond. Down the side, out the side, and the point goes to Atlantic, and Atlantic leads by 2, 11-9 in set number 2.
And that was close coming down that line there. That may have had that much coming off it.
Geyer back to serve, middle portion from the service line in the back row. Bond. Set goes to Boswell, tapped back across and down. That was Olsen or Smith. They were kind of right there together, not sure which one got it, but just tapped it right back down. And Atlantic on a bit of a run now, 12-9.
You can see it here coming from Atlantic, too. A lot of high spirits here coming now.
Wallace set to Ramirez. Bond is there to back her up and keep it alive. Williams taps it across. Jensen with the set to Nolik, hit into the net. Smith is there, but we're going to have too many hits. 4 hits.
Kind of let that one go just a little bit.
Kind of a slow call coming in there. 12-10, Atlantic with the lead, set number 2. Back to serve is Nicole Bond for Red Oak. Another sophomore. Rush is there. Set and hit, blocked at the net by DeVries. Nice job, kept alive. There's Boswell. Hitting under it, Jensen, tapped across by Smith. She tries to hit it down and does. Just some senior play right there.
Just quick coming off the set, too, as well. Not really expecting it. That free ball coming across, and Atlantic gets the 3-point lead here in set 2.
13-10, Atlantic with the lead. Rush back to serve. Low across the net, taps the top ribbon, but goes across. Set right at the net. Too close to the net, a little too low, and the Tigers give up another one to Atlantic. Atlantic just playing steady.
Yeah, and like
calm, cool, and collected.
Yep, steady. That's where that leadership comes into play, to the experience on the court. Take that 4-point lead and try to stretch that out to more.
Into the back row, a serve by Rush, and it's 15-10. Tigers are going to talk about it here in just a minute. Be ready to go. 15-10. Coach Montgomery is going to want a timeout on the court to talk about it as well. Red Oak won set number 1, 25-20. Atlantic leads set number 2, 15-10, and we're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Hey, Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak, or call 712-623-8100, extension 6659, and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day 1, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Love is in the air.
Isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance.
Taylor, and thanks to all of our sponsors. Let them know that you appreciate being a sponsor and helping us bring sports to you. DeVries with it. We're going to have a, two-touch call. We do on the Tigers, and the point goes to Atlantic. Atlantic continues to just be steady, like a bunch of seniors on the court. That's what they are, and they're just playing well.
Staying steady, and for Red Oak here, after that timeout, still need to find a way to regroup here and get things starting to roll. Once you get into that 18-point range, down 8 points, it's hard to crawl back into this. It's got to be able to come here now.
And it's 16-10. Atlantic stretches the lead. That's the biggest lead of the night. This serve is low and into the net.
And all you need is 1 point, one arrow coming from Atlantic like that to get Red Oak in a groove with things. But Atlantic, they're going to stay on that gas pedal.
16-11, serve from Boswell into the middle portion of the court. Up front it goes to Nolik. She hits it across. Bond is there. DeVries. Free ball across the net by Ramirez, and a point goes to the Tigers. Nice job by Merced.
And once you get one, things start to kind of get rolling here for you, so let's see what happens.
16-12. Atlantic leads. Boswell back to serve. Low across the net. Smith is there. Set goes to Nolik. Hit and blocked at the net. Ramirez and DeVries there. Tigers showing a little life now.
A great job setting themselves up early, knowing where that's coming from. Able to knock it down here for the block.
16-13. Atlantic leads set number 2. Smith is there. Set from Jensen to Geyer, but it's low and into the net. Tigers
clawing their way back.
Getting back into it.
And right after that timeout here, you see it now. They're trying to find themselves here in this second set. Now being down 2.
16-14. Atlantic leads. Serve received. Set tries to go to Nolik, but it's over. Tigers keep it alive, and right up at the net, the Trojans just go up and put it down.
You know, and coming from a mistake from Atlantic, that makes it out for a point for them. Like we said, just staying alive here, and Atlantic's able to find it.
17-14, Atlantic leads, set number 2. Nolik back with the jump serve into the back row. It's Siebenecker to Wallace. Hit by DeVries. Nice job by Laney DeVries. Big kill. And it's 17-15.
That's a point you need, especially to get things back rolling here, too, for Red Oak.
O'Neal into the game. Wallace takes a seat. Ramirez back to serve for Red Oak. Low across the net. Rush is there. Set goes to Smith. Hits it across. Point Atlantic, 18-15.
And Red Oak just can't get it past to get into that 1 point mark. Get it within 1 here of Atlantic coming down to this stretch. Atlantic's finding a way to stretch this out to 3 and 4. See what they can do.
Smith with the jump serve into the back row to Bond. There's Ramirez. Gray hits it across. Geyer is there. Smith to Geyer. Free ball across the net into the back row. Siebenecker passes it up front. Set to DeVries, and DeVries gets the kill.
That's a perfect way to set it up, too, as well. You know, Merced and DeVries have been playing together here now for a while on the varsity stage. Perfect setup for those two right there.
It's not been working on the outside hitter and Laney in the middle there. It's Tigers showing some poise, yeah.
Perfect way to mix it up.
Exactly.
DeVries low and across the net, hits the top ribbon. Rush gets under it, gets it back across the net. Set to O'Neal. Jocelyn O'Neal with the kill.
A great job for O'Neal right there. You've seen that twice now with big momentum swings coming into play. O'Neal's been finding a way to put it down.
DeVries back to serve. It's a 1 point set here, 18-17. Atlantic with the lead. Geyer pushes it across the net. Siebenecker passes it up front. Set to Gray with the kill.
A great way here, like we were saying, get within that 1 point mark. Now having it tied up. Atlantic kind of letting off a little bit, needs a timeout. They're going to call it.
Tied up at 18 apiece. Atlantic won after leading by 6, I think, at 1 point. Atlantic back now, tied up, 18-18, and we'll be back after these messages.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Goes to the Tigers by a score of 25-20, and set number 2 were tied up at 18 apiece. And Atlantic led. Tigers start off and led to about 10 points. Atlantic gains the lead, gets the lead by 5 or 6, and Red Oak comes back and ties it up now.
Just clawing your way back into it. Like we said, the game of runs here with volleyball. We'll get things started back off here.
DeVries back to serve, now tied up at 18 apiece. Serve a low and across the net. Geyer is there. Set goes to Jensen. She hits it across. There's O'Neal. Ramirez. Set to Gray. Hits it across, and the Tigers gain the lead. 19-18.
And that's the first time since point 9 the lead's going to Atlantic the entire way. And now getting almost on a 7-point run here for Red Oak.
Back to serve DeVries. Low across the net again. Rush receives it. Pushed across by Geyer. Ramirez to Williams. This one's going to be a bit long and go out the backside. Point goes to Atlantic, tied up at 19 apiece.
And that's just getting a little adrenaline rush right there. Sending one off of that back row. See if Atlantic can respond.
Kara Olson into the game. And Rush takes a seat. Molinik's back to serve. Bond is there, but can't quite gain control of it. And Atlantic gains the lead again, 20-19.
And from that, you get the 2-point swing with Atlantic here now. It's just battling for each point here, especially getting that 25 mark.
Molinik's back to serve. Into the back row. Bond passes it up front. Williams pushes it across the net. Jensen is there. Nolik to Jensen, hits it down. Gray digs it. Ramirez with the dump set. This time the Trojans get it back across the net. Set to Gray. Blocked by Geyer. Hit by O'Neal. Molinik's is there. This time Jensen just taps it across, but nice job by Ramirez to keep it alive. Gray taps it right to that soft spot on the court. And then that was great court awareness by Marley Gray.
And that's a great job, like you just said, from Gray to know the spot on the court. They've been battling to get to this 20-point mark, back and forth here. Great job from Gray. Finds the soft spot of the court.
She just hit cross-court hit right into that soft spot.
So
Great
important
job.
to get the point on those volleys like that, too.
Yeah, all that momentum. That's a big momentum swing for whoever gains that point. Jensen pushes it across. Tigers get tied up and fall to the floor over there. Hopefully everyone's up and smiling. I think we're okay. 21-20. Atlantic with the point.
A little tabletop there.
Is that a wrestling move?
No, maybe WWE, but that's not mine to call yet.
Jensen back to serve for Red Oak. In the back row, Gray. Ramirez up front. It goes to Boswell. She taps it across, but Olson is there. Point goes to Atlantic, 22-20.
And now here's where it comes down to it. Got to be able to get these two back, especially once you're getting to that 23-24. It's hard to be able to make this run all the way in.
Into the back row, Gray. A little bit miscalculation there, 23-22, and the point ace serve by Jensen.
And, you know, that was a great serve coming across. It looked like it was flying out the back and then just drops right down the end. It's going to be a timeout here for Red Oak.
We're going to take that timeout with them. We'll be back after this.
Empire Construction and Trenching has served southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
To Red Oak. It's Red Oak and Atlantic. And 23-20 is our score. Atlantic leads set number 2. Red Oak wins set number 1, 25-20. This set's been back and forth a number of times, been tied up several times. Gray passes it up front. Set to O'Neal. Hit, and the Tigers. There's O'Neal once again, Jocelyn O'Neal.
And that's the third time now, especially we need a momentum swing. O'Neal seems to be the player here to try to get things back in and rolling.
23-21. Atlantic leads. Into the game comes Wallace, and back to serve Wallace, sophomore, for Red Oak. 23-20 is our score. Serve from Wallace into the back row. Rush passes it up front. Jensen to Geyer. She taps it across. Ramirez is there. Wallace up at the net, goes out of play, and it's set point. Back to serve is Geyer. 24-21. Atlantic leads. Little soft serve. Free ball across the net. Ramirez. Up front, Jensen set to Nolik, hits it across, and that's going to do it. And Atlantic wins set number 2, 25-21 here in Red Oak this evening. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with set number 3 after this.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Rest.
Get your best buy at Hawkeye, the little Ford dealer.
When it's time to shop for a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, let the team at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak help you score big. You'll walk away a winner with the great deal you'll find at Hawkeye Ford, and they make car shopping easy. Visit them just east of Red Oak on Highway 34 or shop from anywhere, anytime at HawkeyeFord.com. Hustle in today and get in the game of finding a great deal at Hawkeye Ford in Red Oak.
The White Sparrow is a proud supporter of high school sports and small town living. We are here where your home decor and gifting needs. Just like a team constantly works to improve their performance, our team at the White Sparrow works hard to meet your needs by updating our merchandise and offering an array of gifts and decor for you to find just what you're looking for. Stop by the White Sparrow or check us out at shopthewhitesparrow.com.
Taylor.
Doing great.
Yeah, I mean, he's got it going on.
First set, Red Oak wins 25-20 in varsity play. Second set, Atlantic wins 25-21 here in Red Oak this evening. Clear skies, lows upper 50s. Northeast winds around 5 through midnight, then light and variable. Tomorrow will be sunny with mid-80s for a high. Winds will be out of the south at 5 to 10. Wednesday night, lower 60s. South winds at 5, and then it's just about the same each and every night right through the weekend with highs in the upper 80s, mid to upper 80s, and lows in the 60s most every night. Now there is a chance of rain Friday, a 20% chance Friday, and a 30% chance Friday night. We'll just have to wait and see, but pretty nice forecast really all in all for the Country Sunshine listening area.
Some good golfing weather.
You're going to be on the you're going to be out golf. You golfed today, didn't you, Eli?
Yeah, I went out and played a little bit.
We're about set for set number 3. And here we go. Back to serve is Nolik for the Trojans. Gray is there. Hit across by Boswell, and the Tigers are on the board.
A good way to start off a set 2 as well, especially dropping a really gritty set there in that second one, get that first pointer on the board.
A thing that changed in COVID was the rotation between sets. Yeah. And it has not gone, they have not rotated yet. I'm not sure if there's a determination of unfairness that at some point they would switch for some reason, but.
You know, I think they make it to be that the student section will be on the same side as the home team.
All right.
I think that's what probably their biggest thing would be for changing that.
That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Ace serve, Boswell. Red Oak leads 3-0 in set number 3. Tigers start strong. They've started strong in all 3 sets so far.
Yes, you just need to continue it all the way down to the end of the set.
Nolik hit by Smith into the net point. Goes to Red Oak. 4-0 Red Oak, set number 3. Boswell back to serve. Serve from Boswell into the back row. Smith is there. Nolik set to Jensen. Nice hit by Jada Jensen.
And there's coming back from Atlantic from that set earlier before. The hard cross-court hits coming here from Atlantic now.
And it's 4-1. Red Oak leads. Back to serve is Abby Smith, senior. 5'11 senior for Atlantic. Jump serve into the back row. Bond passes it up front. Ramirez hits it across, and Ramirez puts it down for Red Oak. Point goes to Red Oak, 5-1. Coming into the game, O'Neal taking a seat, Wallace. And Ramirez back to serve. Little jump serve, or not so much. Served by Ramirez, received by Rush. Pushed across by Jensen. Then Ramirez pushes it in the back corner. Trojans keep it alive right up at the net. And we're going to have a net violation, I do believe.
And a great job from Red Oak going on this 5-1 run here. Yeah, lifting call.
Just
Just kind of try to continue this going here, and Atlantic needs to find a way to stop with these errors here early on.
6-1. Red Oak with the lead. Back to serve Ramirez. Low across the net, hits the top ribbon, but nice job by Smith to keep it alive. Point goes to Red Oak ultimately.
Now 7-1 here in run now.
7-1. We're going to have a timeout on the court. Atlantic wants to talk about it. Red Oak leads 7-1. We'll take that break with them, and we'll be back after this.
Too busy at work to wait in a long line at Subway? Order online at order.subway.com. Simply register with your email and password and order away. You can also download the Subway app on your smartphone. Order up to 6 subs, salads, or pizza. Ready in 15 minutes once order is submitted. Also add chips, cookies, and drinks easily. And Subway's back to normal hours Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Saturday, 8 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sunday, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. Order online at Subway in Red Oak, Clarinda, Shenandoah.
Little Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
Can you do the dance, Derek?
I can moonwalk.
Can you?
Heck yeah. Got wood floors all over my house.
Hey. That's what I did do for my senior year was Billie Jean. That was a show. You might not want to see that video.
Can you do it? You got video?
No,
we could put that on the screen.
I can't.
Next time, Eli.
I'm not a moonwalker. I can't.
Serve from Ramirez into the back row. Rushes there. Hit by Geyer. Nice hard hit by Geyer, and the point goes to Atlantic.
The perfect way to come out of that timeout, too. Getting a point and trying to get a run going here for Atlantic.
It's exactly what Atlantic was looking for with that timeout. 7-2. Red Oak with the lead. Back to serve is Chloe Mullenix. Siebenecker to set to DeVries, but it's blocked at the net. Point goes to Atlantic.
And a lot what we've seen from that second set now coming into this third set here. Red Oak starts to get hot. The timeout came for Atlantic, and now they're fighting their way back into this early on.
Back to serve once again, Chloe Mullenix, the senior. Low and into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. 8-3. Red Oak with the lead. Williams into the game. Bond out of the game. Back to serve is Lainey DeVries. She serves from about the middle of the court from behind the service line. A serve by Lainey DeVries.
And again, these runs back and forth, they're getting about a 3 to a 4 point run here on each side here. Red Oak now trying to extend this back to double digits here.
9-3. Red Oak leads. DeVries again into the middle portion of the court, right at the net. It goes out of play. Point goes to Red Oak.
And kind of two different sets here now early on. Red Oak now with this early lead, trying to stretch this thing out here, see how long they can hold it.
10-3. Red Oak pretty much controlled this one so far.
Haven't had a lead like that tonight yet.
Big lead for the Tigers. Geyer pushes it across the net. Ramirez to DeVries. Set goes to O'Neal. She hits it into the back row. See by the Trojans. Siebenecker is there, but can't quite get under it. Goes out of play, and the point goes to Atlantic. Bond into the game. DeVries takes a seat for Red Oak. Back to serve is Jensen for Atlantic. Into the back row. Siebenecker passes it up front. Ramirez dump set. Blocked back across by Geyer. Right at the net. Hits the antenna.
Antenna, that's right. What's the man said?
Antenna, the pin.
The pin, the antenna.
I call it the antenna.
It's the antenna. Served by Jensen. Gray is there. Set goes to Williams. She hits it across and gets the point for Red Oak.
And now trying to get something going on the outsides here, too, as well. Try to get back on that momentum in the swing of things here for Red Oak.
Boswell into the game. Siebenecker takes the seat, and Gray goes back to serve for Red Oak. 11-5. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 3. Split one set apiece so far this evening. Up front it goes. Nolik right at the net. Those balls, when they're passed up to the net, right at the net, are very difficult to deal with, Derek.
Very difficult to dig those out and have any kind of a play afterwards.
Yeah, it's just a really hard thing. You see that a lot. Gray back to serve into the back row. Smith is there to Jensen, set to Geyer. She hits it across. Ramirez to O'Neal. She taps it across. Rush is there. Jensen pushes it up front. Hit by Nolik, blocked at the net. And we're going to have a Oh, they're going to replay the point. It was whistled and then indicated a point for Atlantic, and then
I
now
think
we're going to replay.
I'm guessing he didn't mean to blow his whistle.
No, I don't
Inadvertent whistle?
Yeah.
We're doing a jump ball.
Redo. 12-5, Red Oak leads set number 3. Gray back to serve for Red Oak. Into the back row, rush. Tapped. Jensen was going to go for the dump set, but it's a little bit low and goes into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. 13-5 now, set number 3.
And now trying to stretch this thing out, try to get this to double digits here. Red Oak on a roll here so far in this third set.
Marley Gray. Rush is there. There's Jensen. That set, nice job by O'Neill.
Is that your hamburger?
She
Is
got
that it, right?
What was that?
Yeah, that's a cheeseburger.
Cheeseburger.
Oh, cheeseburger. You got to put cheese on it.
She got all of her athletic ability from her mom. Is that right, Derek?
I'll give her that.
Yeah.
I'll see that since we're on the radio.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tapped across by Nolik. Set to Williams. Didn't make it back across, and the point goes to Atlantic.
And most of these points that in this third set from Red Oak could just kind of been miscues here for Atlantic. Now Atlantic's got to be able to find their way, create their own points here in this third set.
Geyer serves into the back row. Gray is there. Ramirez to Boswell, blocked at the net by Smith. Set goes to O'Neill. Kept alive. And free ball across the net by Rush. Set this time to Boswell. She hits it hard. Back across the net by Jensen. Bond set to O'Neill, right side. Hits it down, kept alive by the Trojans. Down ball into the net. Point goes to the Tigers.
And those are
15-6.
Those were those points earlier Derek was talking about. Got to be able to win those volley points here. Those are big here coming in a game like this.
They're momentum swingers for sure. Tigers have all of the momentum at the moment in this set. 15-6, Red Oak with the lead, set number 3. Gray back to serve. Into the back row, Rush. Set to Nolik. She hits it hard and gets the point for the Trojans.
And that's something Atlantic needs right here. Just a little momentum here in this third set.
Trojans will have the ball. Rush will serve. Red Oak leads 15-17. Red Oak won set number 1, 25-20. Atlantic won set number 2, 25-21. This ball misses out down the side. The point goes to Red Oak. Bond back to serve for Red Oak. 16-7. Bond serve into the back row, and Smith is there. And ace serve.
Ace serve.
Yeah.
Now getting to that double-digit mark here for Red Oak. 10-point lead now in this third set.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest lead of the night, I think.
I think by far.
17-7 is the score. Bond into the back row. Set goes to Nolik. She hits it hard, and a nice hit by Nolik. Point goes to Atlantic.
Well, Atlantic's got to find some momentum here right now to work their way back here in this third. Back
to serve, Nolik. Lexi Nolik. She is a senior as well. Outside hitter, 6-footer. Jump serve, right side into the back row, Bond. Ramirez set to DeVries. She hits it hard, but Atlantic gets under it. Gray passes it up front, set to DeVries, and blocked at the net. Nice job. I think that was Molinix or Smith with the block. 17-9 is our score. Nolik back to serve once again. She'll have the jump serve from the right side into the back row. Boswell, Bond passes it up front. Free ball across the net by DeVries. Geyer passes it up front. Nolik set to Molinix, hits it hard, but we're going to have a block, and it goes. No, we're going to have a net violation on the Trojans. And the point goes to Red Oak.
And that's a big momentum swing point, too, as well, as Atlantic's trying to get this thing back within 5, back within 4. And Red Oak's able to pick up one here.
18-9 is our score. Third set. Back to serve Boswell. To Rush. Down ball by Jensen. Bond chases it down at the bleachers and then back across. Nice job.
Great hustle
by the Tigers. That's just hustle, just grit right there. Gray gets under it, hit by DeVries. Goes down to the net, and the Tigers get the point. That's just hustle.
And that hustle play from Bond right there keeps that alive. That's almost to the bleachers. Able to get that volley point here. Back to the 10-point lead now for Red Oak.
I thought John was going to get in on that over there.
He might have. I wasn't.
He was going right for him. Into the back row it goes to Gray. Hit by DeVries. We're going to have a net violation on the Tigers. Point goes to Atlantic. Back to serve Smith. 19-10 is our score. Red Oak with the lead. Jump serve from Smith, middle portion of the line. Nice heads-up play by Siebenecker to let it go. Point goes to Red Oak. I think they put the point on the wrong.
Yeah, so it should be.
It should be 20-10. There you go. 20-10 is the score. Ramirez back to serve low and across the net. Rush is there. Nolik hit across by Geyer, but too far. She took Miss Carlson out over there.
Took the line judge out. No question it was out there.
21-10 is the score. Red Oak leads set number 3. Ramirez just a little soft serve. Jensen is there to keep it alive, and then we're going to have a free ball across the net. Geyer to Siebenecker. Set goes to DeVries. She taps it across, but it goes out, and the point goes to Atlantic. Coming into the game is Olsen. Taking a seat, Rush, and back to serve is Mullenix for the Trojans. 21-11, Red Oak leads, serve into the back row. Bond passes it up front. Dump set by Ramirez, and then back across by Mullenix. Set to Gray. She hits it hard, and the point goes to Red Oak.
And great job from Red Oak, too, staying alive within that set. The dump set doesn't work there. He's able to find the point coming from the outside.
Williams into the game. Bond takes a seat for Red Oak. Mullenix takes the seat, and Rush is back into the game for the Trojans. Red Oak leads 22-11 in the third set. Serve from DeVries. Geyer passes it up front. Nolik to Geyer. She taps it down. It's a nice job by the Trojans.
Work their way back in here for Atlantic. It's got to be here now. Once you get to that 23 mark, almost match set, it's going to be a little too far out of hand.
Jensen serve hard across the net. Bond, Ramirez set to O'Neal. Nice block at the net by Geyer.
And that height's coming into play here, coming down towards the end of that this third set.
22-13. Set number 3.
Atlantic's not giving up yet.
Nope. Oh, no. Into the back row. Bond with the heads-up play. Lets it go out the backside, and the point goes to Red Oak. 23-13. Into the game, Boswell. Siebenecker takes the seat, and Gray goes back to serve for Red Oak. Marley Gray. 23-13 is their score. Serve from Gray. Low across the net. Geyer is there. Jensen to Nolik. She hits it hard. Gray gets under it. Hit by Boswell. Right. Missed out just barely. But
just right towards on that line.
Line judge was right there to beat on it right away. 23-14 is the score. Geyer back to serve. Little soft floater across the net. Set to O'Neal. To Geyer. Passed up front. Jensen to Nolik. Hits it hard. And it goes out.
We get the set point here. Number 3. A 10-point lead here still for Red Oak. Just looking for one.
Wallace into the game. O'Neal takes a seat. Wallace back to serve. 24-14 is our score. Red Oak leads. Great student section here for Red Oak this evening, I think. Rush. Jensen hit across by Nolik, but we're going to have too much contact with the ball. And Red Oak wins set number 3, 25-14. Red Oak wins set number 3. Red Oak leads 2-1, 25-20, 21-25, 25-14. And we'll be back after these messages.
Just as your local State Farm agent teams combine good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. This is your local State Farm agent, Dave Carball, and we promise to deliver the service you deserve at the price you want. My State Farm team will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call us today at 712-623 5639 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
See the
Red Oak Greenhouse is hiring seasonal employees. Positions available, seasonal general labor. All seasonal positions have the opportunity to become full-time positions. You can work your way into a valuable position such as a water person, supervisor, cart driver, machine operator, and more. They're looking for hardworking team members who are dependable with a positive attitude, committed to being at work on time every day, work well in a team setting, ability to work in a fast-paced environment. Flexible, open schedule. That's the Red Oak Greenhouse. Apply at 801 North Broadway in Red Oak. The Red Oak Greenhouse is looking for seasonal employees.
If your life needs a financial game plan, let Miller Financial Group coach you through life's financial playbook. Their knowledge is built on almost a 60-year tradition of combining their market and product experience with their passion for helping others pursue better financial living. If knowledge and honesty are important to you and your financial future, contact Miller Financial Group in Red Oak at 712-623-5726 and schedule an appointment today.
Hey Sunshine Country, it's Cheryl Porter. Do you like your job? How would you like to love your job? Fresco System USA is looking for several highly motivated workers to join our team. Come see me at 2026 Fernwood Avenue in Red Oak or call 712-623-8100 extension 6659 and we can talk about everything we offer, like sign-on bonuses of up to $3,500, benefits starting day one, and so much more. So if you're ready to love your job, come see me today at Fresco System USA.
Varsity play, it's Red Oak 25-20, 21-25, 25-14. Red Oak leads 2-1 over Atlantic. Tigers have played well. First opportunity I've had to see them play this year, so.
They're scrappy and they're getting it done with their hustle and never give up kind of attitude. So
exactly, yeah.
Really balanced up at the net, too. You never know where it's coming from. Nice serve across the net. Tapped across by Jensen. DeVries is there to tap it back across. Point goes to Red Oak.
That's a great way to pick off from that set before. A dominant third set, trying to keep that rolling in here to set 4.
And Boswell back to serve. Into the back row. Smith. Set to Mullenix, and she misses out down the side. Tigers lead 2. Tigers have started strong all 3 sets.
Yes, they have.
And seem to be doing the same here as well. Serve from Boswell to Rush. A serve.
It'll be interesting how Atlantic responds here after that last set, and now 3 quick points on the board here.
Again, this is it for Atlantic. If they don't win, it's over for the evening. Received by Smith at the net, and then free ball across the net by Mullenix. Set goes to DeVries. Tigers keep it alive and back across the net. Nice job by the Tigers. Wallace to get it back across. Hit hard by Smith, and the point goes to Atlantic.
And that's the way to respond for Atlantic. Now got to cut off that 3-0 run and try to make something of their own here.
Into the game, Siebenecker. Boswell takes the seat, and back to serve for the Trojans is Nolik. Lexi Nolik, jump serve. Little just floater across the net. Ramirez is there. Wallace to DeVries. She hits it across into the back corner, but misses out just down the sideline. Point goes to Atlantic, and it's 3-2. Red Oak leads. Jump serve from Nolik again. That little soft serve, Ramirez. Just, I think, miscommunication by the Tigers there.
Haven't seen that too much tonight.
I think that may be the first time we've seen that.
Not to be totally unexpected with a young team, so can't
kinda,
let too many of those happen.
Can't just let it drop and not make a play on it. Nolik with the jump serve again. Little floater right across the net. Ramirez is there, set to DeVries, and a serve low and a hit into the net, and Atlantic leads 4-3 in set number 4.
And here's that turnaround Atlantic was needing coming in here this 4th set.
Yeah, pretty good response, I'd say.
Nolik Again, jump serve right to the same place. Siebenecker is there. Hit by Gray. The rush in it. Can't get it back across the net. Nice hit there by the Tigers, and it's tied up at 4 apiece. Coming into the game, O'Neill taking a seat. Wallace and Ramirez back to serve for Red Oak. Ramirez with the serve, right side of the court. Tips the top of the ribbon. Kept alive by Rush. Free ball across the net. Jensen. Set to O'Neill. She pushes it across. Mullenix is there. Smith. Free ball. Jensen into the back row. Siebenecker passes it up front. Bond backs it up and gets it across the net. Nolik hit hard by Smith and blocked at the net by O'Neill. Nice job by Jocelyn O'Neill.
And a great way to pick up after kind of a slow go here these last couple points. Great momentum swing here for the Tigers.
5-4, Red Oak with the lead, and back to serve is Ramirez for Red Oak. Serve low and across the net. Ace serve by Ramirez.
It's just kind of doing it all tonight.
Yeah.
Really has been all around here tonight for Ramirez.
She has stood out for the Tigers for sure tonight so far, for sure. Merced Ramirez. Serve again low across the net. Rush is there. Hit across by Smith, but misses out. Tries to go the cross-court route and hits it a little bit too hard. It goes out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak, 7-4. Set number 4. Red Oak leads. Ramirez with the serve. This time tries to take a little off of it and just get it across the net, and it is low and into the net. Point goes to Atlantic.
That was a great way to mix it up, though, on those past couple serves here.
And Smith serves low and into the net for Smith, and the point goes to Red Oak. Williams into the game. Bond takes a seat. Back to serve is DeVries. This is the point in the rotation that Atlantic has struggled with the last couple of sets. Into the back row, Rush. Pushed across by Geyer. Ramirez to Gurry. Blocked nicely at the net, and the point goes to Red Oak.
Just keeps that stand alive here, now trying to stretch out this little run Red Oak has here, like you said.
9-5, Red Oak leads. DeVries back to serve once again. That's Laney DeVries. Hit across into the back row. Rush is there. Nolik. Jensen pushes it into the back. Dump set by Ramirez. Up front, hit hard by Geyer. Siebenecker. Ramirez set to Gray. Into the back row. Smith to Nolik. Geyer hits it across, and DeVries lets it go out of play, and the point goes to Red Oak. Nice heads-up play by Laney DeVries.
Great little volley there. Tigers get the point. Love to see them keep that momentum going.
Yep, especially getting med set here. Want to stay on that gas pedal. Atlantic trying to find a way to claw back in.
Nolik pushed across by Jensen right into the open spot on the court, and the point goes to Atlantic.
And this is the run that Atlantic needs to start here, especially not wanting to get it into double digits here for Red Oak. Got to get something going here.
It's a must-win situation for Atlantic.
Exactly.
Into the back row, Bond. Set to Gray. Nolik to Olsen. Set goes to Jensen. She pushes it across. Ramirez is there. Bond to Gray. Hits it across at the net. Blocked at the net, but
I think hit the net here first.
Net violation on the Tigers. 10-7's our score. Red Oak leads set number 4. Mullenix to Bond. Ramirez set to Williams. She pushes it across. Nolik keeps it alive. Smith passes it up front, and then we have a down ball across the net by Jensen. And again, there's a little miscommunication for you on the part of the Tigers.
Mullenix has led several runs for Atlantic here tonight. She's back here at the service line again, 10-8.
Set number 4, low across the net. Bond passes it up front right at the net. Bond does a nice job keeping that one alive. Tigers a little flat-footed.
Not sure what that is.
I'm not sure, he's a little flat-footed. That's what Coach Montgomery just said to him.
Yeah, I think just kind of.
Got her mic'd up to you?
Yeah, she just said that.
Had that wired in.
Yeah. 10-9. Mullenix again doing a nice job from behind the service line. There's Smith to Jensen. Down ball into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. It's 11-9. Into the game rush, taking a seat, Mullenix.
That's an error you don't really expect to see from a team full of seniors, but keeps the Tigers on the board.
That's right.
11-9. Red Oak leads. Back to serve is Gray. Into the back row to Geyer. And then set to Geyer. Hits it hard. Ramirez to Boswell. Killed by Boswell.
Great job working on the outside, too. They've been going a lot in the middle here in the earlier sets. Now getting it back to the outsides, working here for Red Oak, trying to stretch out this lead.
12-9. Red Oak leads set number 4, and Red Oak leads 2-1 on the evening. Gray, rather. A serve by Marley Gray, a sophomore.
It's 2 for her tonight.
13-9. Red Oak with the lead. Gray back to serve once again. There's Geyer. And hit by Jensen. Point goes to Atlantic.
And keeping it within 3 for Atlantic is what I think they need, and then trying to stretch out a little run here, getting to the middle of this set here in the 4th.
Back to serve. Jada Jensen for Atlantic. Little serve just across the net. A serve by Jada Jensen. She just found the open spot on the court and went for it. Nice job by Jensen. 13-11. There's Bond. Middle portion of the court. Over to the right side it goes to Boswell. Blocked at the net by Geyer.
A great big momentum swing here coming for Atlantic. A big ace serve and now a block. Gets it within 1.
Aubrey Geyer, a senior, 6-foot senior. She has a wingspan too. I mean, she covers a lot of territory. To Bond. There's Ramirez set to O'Neal, and we're going to have a point for O'Neal for the Red Oak Tigers.
And I think that's number 4 for O'Neal tonight with a must point that they need to get the momentum back. She's able to get it done here, takes it back to a 2-point lead.
14-12, Red Oak leads. O'Neal takes the seat, and Wallace comes into the ball game to go back and serve for Red Oak. Alexis Wallace, sophomore. 14-12, Red Oak leads. Jump serve by Wallace, right in the middle portion of the court. And the Trojans fail to get it back across the net. 15-12. Wallace back to serve. 15-12, Red Oak leads. Red Oak leads 2-1 on the evening. Rush passes it up front. Jensen set to Geyer. Tigers keep it alive and get it across the net just barely. Hit by Nolik hard into the back row, and she places it right at the back line. Nice hit by Nolik.
Tigers once again kind of showing their inexperience there and needing to communicate just a little bit more in these situations.
And Atlantic taking that to her advantage here now. Let's see what they do here.
Served across by Geyer, and Geyer does a nice job of, again, finding that open spot and just floats it across the net.
Doing a great way of mixing it up here, too, as well. Has one coming across hard, floats one in. 15-14 here now, Red Oak leads.
Set number 4, Red Oak leads. Geyer again over to the other side of the court. Boswell is there this time. Williams taps it across, and the Trojans can't keep it out of play and comes into the bleachers, and the point goes to Red Oak. It's 16-4. Into the game, DeVries taking a seat. Williams for Red Oak, and back to serve for the Tigers, Nicole Bond. Middle portion of the service line. Into the back row to Rush. Set to Nolik. She taps it across. Boswell just bumps it across with her fist. Jensen to Nolik. Hit hard. Blocked at the net. Nice job by the Tigers. Smith taps it across. Wallace is there. And
there's that miscommunication, like you said. Kind of a little off balance there. Merced thought it was coming back around, just drops right in between them both.
Rush back to serve for Atlantic. Mullenix back into the ball game now. Serve from Rush. Boswell to Wallace, set to Ramirez, blocked at the net nicely by Mullenix. Hit across by DeVries blocked at the net once again. Ramirez shoots it down the line, and the point goes to Red Oak.
A great job to be able to find the line there when the point when you really need it after some miscues. Gets it back to a 2-point lead.
Great job by the Tigers, too. Blocked a couple times there and being able to find that open person and the spot on the floor.
Boswell hits it across, received by the Trojans. Mullenix goes up and tries to hit it across, and it goes into the net. Point goes to Red Oak. It's 18-15. Again, keep in mind, this is must-win for the Trojans. Boswell into the back row, received by Smith. Jensen to Nolik, and it's blocked at the net, but goes out of play. Hard hit ball. Into the game, Siebenecker. Boswell takes his seat. And back to serve for Atlantic is Nolik. (18-16), Red Oak leads. Nolik jump serve from the right side. Again, a little kind of floater. Tapped by Ramirez, kept alive by Smith. Pushed across by Geyer. There's Ramirez to Wallace. DeVries hits it off of the hands of the Trojans, and Red Oak is the point.
Little quick set by the Tigers from Alexis Delaney. Changes up the tempo and gets the point for the Tigers.
19-16 is our score. Set number 4. Red Oak leads 2-1. Ramirez back to serve for Red Oak. Right side of the court. Low across the net. Rush receives it. Passes it up front. Set to Jensen. Blocked at the net nicely by O'Neal and DeVries. Bond. Ramirez. There's Gray with the hit into the back row to Geyer. Set to Jensen. Hit hard. Kept alive by the Tigers. Again, at that net, it's hard to deal with. The point goes to Atlantic.
And right here, Atlantic getting back within the 2-point mark here, trying to get something going right now, especially like you said, in a must-win 4th set.
Abby Smith back to serve for the Trojans. Hit across the net into the back row. There's Bond. DeVries hits it across. Nolik to Mullenix, pushes it into the back row. Siebenecker passes it up front. Set to Gray. Hit hard. Kept alive by Nolik. Free ball across the net by Jensen. Ramirez with the dump set. Geyer just goes up and pushes it back across the court, but we have too much contact.
And now you get to that 20-point mark here for Red Oak. Just going to try to extend this, get to that 25, and take home here in this match.
DeVries back to serve. Into the back row. Rush passes it up front. Geyer pushes it across. There's Siebenecker to Ramirez. Now O'Neal hits it into the back row. And Jocelyn O'Neal.
A great job picking up another point here for the Tigers, stretching this lead back out.
21-17 is our score. Red Oak with the lead in set number 4. Smith to Mullenix, free ball across the net. Geyer, there's Siebenecker, set to Williams. Hits it hard and gets the point. Red Oak going for the win. Atlantic must win to stay in the ball game.
Atlantic looking just a little defeated here. You got to think they know those stats too of no win since 2010 against the Tigers.
Yeah, and you can see, absolutely, it's on their face. Kind of the wind out of their sails at the moment. Timeout on the court. We're going to take it with them. We'll be back after this.
Farming isn't just your livelihood, it's your life. No one understands that better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. We offer comprehensive coverage that protects your farm, machinery, livestock, and so much more. You'll get customized coverage on one policy with one premium and one deductible when you need it the most. Contact Farm Bureau agents Bruce Bryant or Jamie Sifford in Red Oak and learn more about smarter insurance for agriculture.
Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Sponsor of high school sports. You can watch this. Go over to our YouTube channel, KCSI KOAK Radio, and you can watch it right here on YouTube. 22-17, Red Oak with the lead. DeVries with the serve for Red Oak. Rush is there. Up front it goes to Geyer. She pushes it across. Siebenecker passes it up front this time for the Tigers. O'Neal. Once again, Jocelyn O'Neal with the kill.
She's had a great night here to two so far.
She has
coming in on a big stage too as well.
Great night for Jocelyn O'Neill. 23-17 is our score. Red Oak leads. Serve into the back row. Rush. Nolik. Hit by Jensen. There's Siebenecker. Ramirez passes it up front to Gray. Into the back row. And it's match point. 24-17, match point. Red Oak with the lead. Set number 4. Red Oak wins. It's over. Atlantic wins, comes back. We go to another set. Hit by Molinix. Ramirez. DeVries set to O'Neill. Blocked at the net. Ramirez rather, pushes it across the net. There's Geyer. Ramirez to DeVries. Set to O'Neill. Hits it across, and that's going to do it. O'Neill. And Red Oak wins 25-17, kind of fitting in that fourth set for Jocelyn O'Neill.
Just like her sister taught her.
Fantastic job by the Red Oak Tigers. Red Oak wins 3-1, 25-20, 21-25, 25-14, 25-17. Thoughts, Derek?
Wow, just impressive win by the Tigers here against a ranked opponent. Good to get that first Hawkeye 10 match under their belt and the W for sure.
Get the W, get the home win in Red Oak. So great job by the Tigers. Young team came out in impressive fashion. Eli, thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was an all-around performance. Like we were kind of saying earlier, not one person really just stood out and was just dominating the entire game. Really well balanced, and that's what you want to see from a young team, because especially just a lot of sophomores, once they're going to get into that junior and senior role, you're going to have a dangerous team on your hands.
I tell you what, I'm impressed with the sophomores. They didn't play like sophomores. There were a couple of sophomore moments.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, impressive.
Yeah. Definitely
going to be a team to watch here in the Hawkeye 10, especially, like we've said, too, the tough schedule Red Oak plays year in and year out. The record may not show for it, but once they get their way working through the Hawkeye 10 down in the postseason,
well, that's the tournament at Bondurant's a perfect example. Coach Montgomery makes an effort to get her girls in front of some really tough opponents.
Yeah, get them some good exposure across the state and see what they're made of.
Yeah.
And that's why you see so many banners here on the wall for volleyball, especially, too.
Quick break, and I think we're going to have the opportunity to visit with Coach Montgomery and maybe a couple of Red Oak Tigers as well. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back after this.
Empire Construction and Trenching has served southwest Iowa, northwest Missouri, and southeast Nebraska for over 10 years. If your project requires precise ground site work and preparation, you can trust Empire Construction to do your work accurately. They are a regional leader for groundwork, commercial site work, and precision job site preparation work. They hold a reputation for delivering quality service that is on time and on budget. Call Empire Construction today at 712-623-9435 for all your agricultural and commercial needs.
Allensworth Heating and Cooling is here to help you. We offer a variety of services from heating to cooling, hot water heaters, indoor air quality, ductwork, remote, thermostats, attic insulation, sheet metal fabrication, and variable refrigerant flow systems. We offer rebate incentives and financing options to help you reduce the cost of your service. We are a family-owned and family-operated with 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Call us today at 712-623-3191.
Good job, guys. I'm going to need that, Eli. Back to Red Oak, and I'm joined now by a couple of Red Oak Tigers, Merced Ramirez and Lainey DeVries. Lainey, nice to get to see you. You're senior.
Yep, senior.
Tell me a little bit about, what you're looking for out of this year first. Talk to me a little bit about your team and what you're looking for.
So we knew coming into the year we lost 10 seniors, so we knew that people maybe wouldn't have the highest expectations of us. So we knew this summer in the off season we had to come in, we had to work hard, and we know what our goals are. And I think that we've all really proved ourselves, and we work together really, really, really well.
It seems like you have just stepped into a leadership role, Lainey, with this team, and very comfortable in that role.
Yeah. I knew that I was going to have to take on a big position. Me and Maddie are the only seniors this year, and we're the people that they look up to. So
coming in a number 12 ranked opponent, you got some big 6-footers across the net. What was your plan coming into the game?
We knew that we had to be aggressive and really pull the block because that was their big thing.
Merced, you've been on the court for a while. You're a junior.
Yep.
Seen a lot of playing time.
Yep.
Again, my question to you, again, a leadership role on the court for sure. You've had a lot of experience. And then again, a 12th ranked team, a lot of 6-footers, a lot of seniors across the net. What were you thinking coming into tonight?
Well, I knew they were big, so we just had to pull plays that would make them not know where the ball's going, basically, and put them in spots where they weren't, and we knew exactly where to put it.
You successfully pulled off the dump set about 4 or 5 times tonight.
Yeah.
How do you decide when you're going to do that?
I really don't think of it. I just do it randomly. Like, if I see someone in the corner of my eye and the block's right there, I just know to dump it right over them.
Well, you did it very well tonight.
Thank you.
Okay, the leadership role, you got some young girls. You got some sophomores, right? What are you talking to your sophomores about on the court?
Well, they were very nervous today.
Yeah.
And I just told them, I was like, you got it, because I was in the same position as them last year. And with not returning anyone except me and Lainey, I knew that they would have to step up and really play it off tonight.
Lainey, what are you talking to some of the underclassmen? What are you talking to them about?
I just told them, just be confident. Just come out there, act like you know what you're doing, and all of us support them. We're right behind them.
Good job, guys. A lot of fun to watch.
Thank you.
Great job. Thanks for coming and visiting with me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, Lainey DeVries and Merced Ramirez with us this evening. Good job, guys. Thank you. And again, Tigers come out on top this evening by 4 sets to 1. And I want to say thanks to the Red Oak Tigers for coming up and visiting with us. I think I'm going to have the opportunity now to visit with head coach. Was coming in here this evening.
To be as balanced as possible.
And you were.
And we were. And that's we have been preaching all season, nobody is going to prepare for Red Oak this year. You know, we have been in that situation many, many times. I think the fun thing about this team is just looking at the number of kills, 14, 7, 7, 7, 9. That leaves the other team not sure at all where the ball's coming from.
Yeah.
And that's what we love. Any one of those 6 hitters can get the ball at any time and just put it away. And they're smart.
You know, Coach, and I'm thinking you have a sophomore-heavy team.
Yes.
A lot of inexperience on the court.
Yeah.
You would not have noticed that tonight. There were 2, maybe 3 moments on the court that it's okay. But, I mean, solid, Coach.
Yeah, it's exciting. And, when you think about the sophomore group, they were the ones practicing against that senior-heavy group last year.
Yeah.
And every good team has to have that supporting cast of people that are going to push them in practice.
Yeah.
And these kids were all waiting their turn for this season, And, I mean, I could say there are a lot of positions out there that every single one of those varsity kids out there, I don't know that I've ever given out 15 jerseys right away. And it's legitimately because I think I could put in any one of those kids, and there's teamwork, there's so much support, and I love it. These guys are a lot of fun to coach.
In my notes, I have scrappy,
yes,
and balanced.
Yes.
So
good.
I mean, there were a number of times they just didn't let it die.
Yeah.
They just refused to let the ball hit the court.
Plays. And they're really good. We talked early in the year about young teams. We have to have a really good short-term memory. We can't let little things dwell on us. And so we've been working really hard on moving to the next point. You know, we made a good hustle play. Maybe it didn't get us the point. You know, celebrating things like we were in the right spot. We maybe just didn't have the right platform out. So trying to keep them positive has not been a hard thing. They are ready to go on to the next point. And I saw that so well tonight. But there's so much good leadership out there.
Yeah.
I just love that.
They're a lot of fun to watch, Coach.
They are. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
a lot of fun to watch.
They are extremely fun to coach.
You don't have any of your stats at the moment, do you?
I do.
You do have a few stats? Hit me with a few stats that stand out to you.
Well, I will. Merced led us tonight in kills. And she's just so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just can't even tell you. Like, she was at the beginning when we were just kind of tipping over that block, trying to get them out of that deep defense. She just sees the court. So she led us with 14. Miss Jocelyn O'Neill, she's a freshman out there, just knows. I mean, she was just having so much luck, just blasting it down the line. And the confidence that she has when she gets up there and gets a block on. I mean, that entire group of Atlantic kids.
They're big.
They're big.
Yeah.
They're big. They're athletic. They've been playing on that court a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And they're mostly seniors. So for our young kids to get up there, it's just huge. The confidence is fantastic to see. Then Marissa and Marley both ended with 7 kills, and Lainey with 7 kills. Liv had 4. So really well balanced. I really love to see that. Let's see. Assists were about even. Let's see. Ace serves, I thought, was a huge point for us tonight.
Yep.
One of the things I feel like we've preached is in practice is this season we've got to work smarter, not harder. We're not going to get out there and just beat the ball into the floor every single night. We have to control the game from the serve, and we're an aggressive serving team. Liv had 4 aces, Merced had 3, Lainey had 2, Marley had 2. That's a lot for a 4-set match. So love that. And then from the back row, Nick and Em just lead out there. Lots of balls that just get touched and played up. They don't give up on things. So
they were a lot of fun. I just keep coming back to that, Coach. They were a lot of fun to watch and very impressive overall.
Well, thank you.
Who do you have next? I have to think about that myself. Derek probably knows.
Well, Glenwood tournament on Saturday.
Okay.
That's a new one for us. I hesitate because I think for the last 10 years we've had the same schedule. It's always been Kemper, then Glenwood, then Lewis Central, and the Hawkeye 10 completely mixed things up this year. So our conference matches are all in a different order, which is going to screw me up. But this weekend we head to Glenwood. I think we are in a pool with Sioux City Heelan, who is 4A number 2, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I think Underwood ranked in 2A, I'm not sure what, which is probably bad of me. And then Gretna is coming over from
Coach,
Nebraska.
You always do a good job of getting your girls in front of some really good competition, though.
Yeah.
That's important down the stretch.
It is. And it's good to get out there. I mean, for these guys, everyone's going to be a new opponent for them. It's nice, Bondurant, we love going to that tournament because you see a lot of different teams that don't know us, that we don't know about, and you just get out there and play. And this weekend, I'm excited to be a little closer to home in Glenwood, but also to play some different teams. Gretna's a great team. On the other side, Glenwood is a good team, of course. Who else? Stanton is there. We'll be excited to see them play. They're having a great season so far, and again, led pretty heavily with seniors too. So they're primed to have a good season. So just excited.
It's fun.
Yeah,
it's fun. People should come watch the Tigers play.
We are very fun to watch in person.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm sure it's wonderful, over the stream, because Mom loves that.
Is Mom watching?
She is. She actually just had some surgery over the weekends nothing big. But
she can watch on the stream.
Yeah. So
thanks for watching, Mom.
She's trying not to sneeze because she's got a lot of packing up there. But she'd be here if she could. So
she'll be here soon enough.
She's going to kill me because I just said that. So
you're in trouble.
Yeah. So
thanks for coming up, Coach.
Thank you guys for being here.
Anything else you'd comment on from your team?
I don't think so. You hit it all.
Yeah, very
really
good.
Proud of them.
Coach Montgomery, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you guys so much for being here.
Head coach of the Red Oak Tigers, Coach Angie Montgomery, with us, and our thanks to Coach Montgomery for taking a few minutes. Thanks, Coach. Derek, give me a thought on the game here this evening.
Man, I tell you what, you look out on the court and you see all those girls and those kids just having fun. They're just playing volleyball and having fun, and that matters a lot as you get down the stretch and you start playing, a heavy schedule and everything.
Yeah.
So really impressed with just everything. Young team, kind of the skill set, the leadership from Merced out there. Coach touched on it a bit. Everybody's getting involved. Getting blocked on the outside. Merced switches it up, sets the middles and the right side. So just a lot of great things with the Tigers, and
it's fun.
Great win.
I come back to that. It's fun.
I'm
watch.
having fun up here.
I bet you
Hopefully
are.
I get invited back next week.
Well, we'll see you next week. Absolutely. So
right.
got a good, kind of superstitious. So you got a good thing going. You got to keep coming back. So
Exactly.
And thanks, Derek. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Derek O'Neill with us, and want to